Hey guys, I have a quick little story that hopefully you'll find a bit humorous, but it's about the power of taking massive action. So let's relate this to being stuck or confused or even frustrated by maybe no movement happening in your life in the area where you feel most stuck. So maybe it's in your job, maybe it's with the job search. Um, we'll stick with those two. Okay, so it's one thing to take tiny baby steps. That really matters. That's a first step in getting unstuck. But eventually, those tiny baby steps, when you keep taking them, equal massive action. Like you don't stop, right? You take off the table that you might fail because you're just never going to stop looking for that next job or getting that promotion or whatever the scenario might be for you. Okay, so I have this really bizarre hobby. It's a hobby. I collect stray golf balls. Yeah, I do. I know. I probably am the only person in the country who does this. Although I did meet one other person who says that when they were younger, they liked to do this. But I live kind of in the woods, and our woods abut, actually, it's our neighbor's woods abut the golf course. So for the last 2 years, I've enjoyed going into the woods. Well, for years, I've enjoyed going to the woods and just going for a walk. And I would every once in a while see a golf ball and not think much of it. One day, I just was like, oh, I'm just going to start collecting these golf balls. And then a friend told me that I'm saving black snakes because black snakes think of white golf balls as eggs and they try to swallow them and then they die. So I'm doing my part for nature. Okay. Over the course of this time, I've collected more than 1,000 golf balls. I know, sounds crazy. And initially when I started, I would just like pick up what was really obvious. It didn't even dawn on me to like look under trees or dig areas where, the rain has the rain has come in and flooded an area and maybe is going to unearth some golf balls. I mean, I get a little obsessed about this. But so initially I was just finding what was most obvious. I see that sometimes with clients. Like they will look for jobs in areas that are the most obvious. They'll go on LinkedIn and Indeed, right? Easy places to go. Maybe they'll um, basically see what's quick to pick, right around you. Okay. As the years have gone on, as I just mentioned, I shared with you that I liked to start to look a little deeper for the golf balls. Like, well, if this is an area where I seem to find a lot, I bet that there are older golf balls that have like gotten buried in the mud or the leaves. I know this sounds crazy. I love this. I have the best time doing it. So I have a stick and I might be like searching and I see a little bit of white or green or yellow. I'm like, oh, maybe that's a golf ball. Now, sometimes I get disappointed because it actually is a leaf or it's a mushroom or sadly sometimes it's litter, which I also pick up. I keep another bag for the litter. I picked up a lot of trash. Um, so it might be that there's an opportunity. Let's pretend like the golf balls are symbols of opportunity that don't quite work out. Like, oh, it looked like that was a golf ball, but it's not a problem. I don't just stop and say, well, that's it. Also like sometimes water gets captured in a leaf and it shines white. And so I think, oh, there's a golf ball. It's not. That is also the case when you're looking for a job. Oh, that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Oh, I was mistaken. That's not the actual opportunity that I was hoping it would be. Okay. Fast forward one last time. One last fast forward. I have been searching this two-hole area for about 2 years. That's where I've gotten the majority, like 900 of my golf balls, right? And I'm not exaggerating, like true story. And I'm kind of coming up dry. There was one day I got 60 with my husband. He joined me. We got 60. Other days I'll get 30, 24, 22. But more recently I'm finding like 4. Well, I think I've probably found most of the sunken treasure in that area. So I don't just say, well, that's it. No more opportunities in this area, right? No more golf balls. I just have to go home. No, I'm like, where else might there be some sunken golf balls? This is also the way I trick myself into exercising because it's really hilly and I'm like climbing and it's really good for my body to do this. Okay, so recently I have been expanding my territory. I've been going to places I hadn't gone before. And yesterday I found 54 golf balls. So many that I had to leave a whole set of them in the woods because I couldn't carry them anymore. I have a I actually have a sling bag that I put them in. And I had so many in there that I couldn't fit any more in. Okay, so I'm not trying to distract you with the golf ball image, but I do want you to visualize this. If I had just said, well, that's it, they're no more on top of the leaves, then I would have missed out on this pleasure I've received from finding so much more. And then if I would have said, well, I'll wait till it rains and the leaves get moved a little bit, or I'll wait till the season changes and the leaves crumble and they reveal what's below them, and then I find some more, great. Or I might be looking where the branches have fallen, and that's a great place for a golf ball to get stuck. I'm like an expert at this point. All of this golf ball, just say opportunity, opportunity, job opportunity. I am so beyond the point of LinkedIn and Indeed right now, right? I am networking extraordinarily. I am stretching myself. I am now going up to these other holes on the golf course, or not them, but I'm going into the woods beside them, right? I'm sure people think I'm crazy. I'm not letting the circumstance of not finding many right here limit me from finding more. I have to widen my circle, which is what you have to do for a job search. You have to keep widening your network. You have to be looking in places that you haven't looked before for a job, right? And you will still find mushrooms and water and leaves and trash that you think are the opportunities, and they're not, but that's okay. Then you just look for the next opportunity. You keep searching. That is taking massive action. My massive action is resulting in maybe I'll find 2,000 golf balls. By the way, nobody in my immediate family golfs. So it's somewhat funny that I have these bags and bags of golf balls. So, well, I have been giving them to people who will like them. We also bring them home and we scrub them, maybe, and then I put them in bowls all around my house. It's so funny. Anyway, so what I've learned from golf ball hunting is that it's the same thing to find sunken treasure in the woods as it is to look for a job or prep for that promotion. Maybe even work with a difficult person, right? There's more and more opportunity if you keep looking at it that way and you try new things and you stretch a bit instead of like, this isn't working. I tried this. I can't find anything there. Oh, well. There's nothing for me here. It's just not true. So some people look for buried treasure in the ocean. Some people look for pushing themselves with one more mile of running. I push myself in a different arena. And it's also when I listen to all my podcasts and I think of a lot of my blogs there too. So it's very multi-purpose, my golf ball hunting hobby. I love it. If you're ever in town, you want to join me, give me a call. Okay, there are opportunities everywhere, but you have to be open to looking for them, and you have to do the work to look for them. You got this.